Hey, what is happening, you butthead bag on? That's right, WormaDAMAGE is the real deal. And before we take a look at the list and break down what makes it tick, I want to remind you guys that if you ever want to play with any of the lists that I show here on the YouTube channel, all you got to do is head over to PokemonCard.io. There's a link in the description to my specific profile where you can find all of my deck lists where you can quickly and easily import them into PTCG or PTCG Live, wherever you're playing Pokemon TCG digitally, and play with them immediately. All right, let's take a look at the list. So it's WormaDAMAGE, but it's not the only Pokemon we got in here, of course. So we got the WormaDAMAGE, or the fighting WormaDAMAGE. We got the metal WormaDAMAGE, but then also we've got Zoroark, and we've got some friends for Zoroark to play with besides the WormaDAMAGE. We've got a Flapple in here with the acidic mucus. 50 damage for each of our opponent's Pokemon in play that has an ability. A lot of abilities going around right now. Taking advantage of that, we can be doing like 2 to 250 damage. We're usually not getting one-hit KOs, but sometimes our opponents do overstep, and we are able to get there. And then we have the Golisopod, 30 plus 50 for each Pokemon V in play. Same thing as the Flapple, just kind of a different condition to boost the damage. We got one more Pokemon in here that can hit pretty hard. Is the Appleton with the thick mucus, 70 damage for each special energy card attached to our opponent's Pokemon. This one I've gotten the least amount of value. I've gotten the most value out of the Golisopod, and I've also gotten some decent value out of the Flapple. I have not attacked with the Appleton yet, so I might cut this for a second Golisopod and even maybe try and fit in like a 1-2 Golisopod line, because the Golisopod is definitely the one I've gotten the most value out of. A lot of decks are pretty V focused right now, it feels like, especially a lot of the Arceus builds and stuff, so I might go that way, make that switch up. But these Pokemon are really nice. The Golisopod, the Appleton, the Flapple are really nice for the early game attacks, mid game attacks, even sometimes late game. But early game is where they really shine, because early on, the Matron's Anger isn't going to be doing that much damage yet. We can maybe on turn 2 get to a position where we can set up for a 2-hit KO, but it makes it a lot easier when we can hit like for 200 damage with the Flapple or the Golisopod or the Appleton, confirming kind of the 2-hit KO, or as a follow-up attack if we initially attack with one of the WormaDAMAGE, the metal, the fighting, whatever, and then we can follow up with Zoroark copying the pod, the ton, or the Flapple. And that's all of our attacking options in the deck, but we've got some support Pokemon in here to talk about. We play a 4-4 B-Barrel. Now, we're not going to set up 4 B-Barrel. That's ridiculous. Who would ever do that? We're going to set up 2. We're trying to set up 2 B-Barrel every single game consistently, whether that be evolving from the Bidoof to the B-Barrel or making Zoroark into a B-Barrel. We can do that as well. We're getting the B-Barrels online. And then to keep the B-Barrels Industrious Incisors ability, drawing cards consistently, we play 2 Galarian Meowth. Now, we're not going to bench 2 Galarian Meowth, but we don't want to price Galarian Meowth, so we play 2 of them. This allows us to discard 2 cards from our hand, usually Pokemon, but sometimes other stuff. After we play like a Research or 2, we're usually done playing draw supporters, actually, or Zinnias. We also play Zinnias as a draw supporter, and then we can start using just the Evolution Roar, discard cards, draw cards with the Incisors, and repeat every single turn. So it helps keep our hand low and drawing cards. We play 1 actually Galarian Berserker in here as well, because when you combo it with the WormaDAMAGE, the Berserker increases our metals Pokemon by plus 20 damage. So if we put the Berserker in the discard pile, our metal WormaDAMAGE does 10 more damage, but if we put the Berserker in play, our WormaDAMAGE does plus 20 damage. So it's like a little bit of a boost to the metal WormaDAMAGE specifically. And also it's actually a way we can search out a card. So if we have like a weird hand where we want to discard it down really low, we can actually do something like Meowth, use the Evolution Roar, discard 2 cards, go get the Berserker, and then like Ultra Ball away the Berserker plus something else. So it can give us like another Pokemon to then discard. So there's a kind of a cool combo there as well. It can find us a Pokemon to then discard, and then our WormaDAMAGE are doing plus 10 more damage. If we don't want to evolve the Meowth into the Berserker, we can just go search it out and then just discard it with a Research or an Ultra Ball or a Quick Ball or whatever. Have the WormaDAMAGE be doing more damage. I've actually considered adding a second Berserker into the deck because of that. It kind of just like is more damage boost and get through our deck a little bit more aggressively. Find the Pokemon, get them into the discard pile, and have the option to even evolve the Meowth to the Berserker. So our metal WormaDAMAGE specifically is doing more damage. And we have 1 Manaphy in here to protect against Snipes, and that's the whole Pokemon lineup. Going over to the trainer cards, just 2 rows here, not a whole ton. 3 Boss, 4 Research, 2 Zinnias Resolve as our draw supporters. The Zinnias is really nice when we have those hands with like Boss's Orders or Energy and we don't want to Research, but we have the Zinnias instead, and that can help us draw cards while not discarding our important cards in the hand. We usually only use like 2 to 3 draw support, 1 to 3. I'll say 1 to 3 draw supporters throughout a game. Sometimes we just Research once on the first turn, and then from there it's just B-Barrel and Boss. Sometimes we need to play a second Research or a Zinnias. So we do play 6 draw supporters total because we do need to find one reasonably early on. I've actually had games where I've played 0 draw supporters throughout the game because the B barrel plus Meowth combo is so strong if you set it up really efficiently early on. I've actually had those moments, but usually we're playing 1 to 3 draw supporters. We do play 6, so that does seem kind of high for how little we sometimes play, but we gotta find them. We don't play Crobat, we don't play Luminion or anything like that. So finding the draw supporters can be a little bit difficult if we were to play like a lower count. So I'm up to 6 right now, but I could definitely see cutting it down by 1 or 2 potentially as I test the deck more. For Pokemon Search, we got 4 Quick Ball, 4 Ultra Ball, of course. Those kind of make a ton of sense. And I actually have 2 Evolution Incense in here, and I was like kind of had 2 floating spots open when I was building the deck, and I was like, I don't really want to play more Pokemon. I feel like we're hitting the numbers we're hitting. We have the Pokemon we need, although I've talked about, you know, adding more Golisopod or like a second Berserker, of course, but we need to make sure we find the Pokemon we need for the turn, specifically the B-Barrels and also the Pokemon for those early game situations so Zora can make sure we can pull off those bigger attacks through the Flapper or the Appleton or whatever. And I was like, okay, we just need to find more evolutions faster, I think. So I just threw in 2 Evolution Incense, and they've been super sick so far, helping the deck flow so well. So I've loved the inclusion of the Evolution Incense. They've just fit perfectly. 2 Choice Belt in here as well, help us boost our damage throughout the game in situations. And also, when you combo it with those options of like Flapple and Appleton and so on, we can get some pretty big one-hit KOs. I've like one-hit KO'd Mew VMAXs and stuff like that by getting like, you know, a Flapple plus Choice Belt or Golisopod plus Choice Belt. So they can get some pretty big hits off throughout the game. And also just helps us clean up 2 hit KOs early on with the WormaDAMAGE damage, which can be a little bit lacking in the early game, but ramps up towards that mid and late game. And then for the energy, I'm rocking currently 2 double turbo energy and of course 4 twin energy. I felt like this is like the perfect amount of energy. I've yet to really run out of energy ever, and never really had it be too close towards the end of the game. Some games are close, but I usually have just enough energy to close it out. I don't think I've ever run out of energy. I've yet to have a game where I've run out of energy, I think. So 6 has felt great. I could see going to 7. I don't think I'd ever want to go to 5. But yeah, 6 has just felt really, really good. In all the single prize decks that just take the double colorless energy, even like my Mad Party, 6 has also felt just great. I don't think you really need more than 6. It's felt really, really good. All right, guys. Let's go ahead. Let's get into some games. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. And if you're enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you know every time that I upload a video. And I'm uploading them daily. So let's get into some games. All right, here we go. My opponent did choose for me to go first, so it always has me feeling a little bit nervous. But we got an out to a turn 2 B-Barrel. And yeah, the Psychic Sleeves, we're probably up against Mew VMAX here. But this matchup, definitely a fine matchup overall. No, it's Shadow Rider. Okay, it's going to be a lot more fun to play against. What am I Ultra Balling away here? I think I'm going to give up the Zinnia's Resolve. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't actually know what I want to get rid of here. The Zinnia's could be pretty good. Okay, let's go like this. Go ahead and grab one of these. Not the special energy one, because that one won't be very useful. Grab this. I'm gonna grab that, what's it called? Small Beaver. Bidoof. And, man, I mean, having the Manaphy in the active is pretty rough, to be honest. But we're gonna go ahead and just attach to the Manaphy, and then I think just pass, and we'll just go from here. Now we can move the Manaphy. I didn't want to put the energy on the Zorua, because then we'll go to the Zoroark to make it into a different Pokemon. We're going to lose the energy, of course. So we can put this on the active here, leave it there for right now, and then next turn we can go with the B-Barrel, draw some cards, maybe use Zinnia's Resolve, maybe not. I mean, depends how many Pokemon our opponent puts in play, or if we see another draw supporter like a Research, of course. But slow start from my opponent. Might be able to clean this one up. Now we can actually just attack with the Zoroark. That can be our goal here, to be honest. And actually, I didn't realize how big of a deal that was. Oh my gosh. To attack here, I completely forgot about the what is the attack? The Shadow Mist from Calyrex. I completely forgot about Shadow Mist from Calyrex. So I probably should have put the energy on the Zoroark. The matchup's definitely not terrible, but I feel like that would be a slight problem in this matchup for us. Pretty consistently, to be honest, the Shadow Mist. So we can get down energy on Zorua's beforehand. We can get energy down on Zorua's beforehand, and then make it so well that our opponent, it doesn't matter, like they're doing 10 damage and then, you know, we're hitting them for 140. So, like, they have to break the lock eventually, the Shadow Mist lock. And when they break the lock, that's when we can put more energy in play and just keep kind of attacking and chaining from there. But if we don't get down that first energy and our opponent gets off that turn 1 Shadow Mist, we could definitely be in trouble. But this game, it actually could have gone that way, to be honest, because I didn't attach to the Zaru. I didn't even think about the Shadow Mist. So our opponent could have punished us for putting that double on the Manaphy. Thankfully, it didn't happen. We're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine. Yeah, we're going to be just fine. Because even if they get the knockout this turn, which I don't think they're going to be able to be honest. I think we'll be safe from our opponent getting the knockout this turn. Here comes the Underworld Door. But yeah, KOs I don't see happening on this turn for my opponent. So we're safe from that. Zork will be able to attack. I'll be able to get down another energy on the Burmy because I doubt they're going to go into a Shadow Mist this turn. They could, but it wouldn't make a whole ton of sense to do that. And if they do, it would be fine as well for us. We're not like too worried about that. We get to punch for that 140 onto the Shadow Rider and then start to set up the Burmy and stuff like that. So we would definitely be fine overall, I think. I wouldn't be too worried about it. So we're gonna be in a pretty good spot here. We're not going to get like a KO or anything on the next turn unless something weird happens on my, like if they send up like an Articuno. It's like the only way I could see that happening. But they're probably going to leave the shot right in the active and pass. So no, there's a research tank. They got more to do here. Did not rod the Articuno. That's interesting. I would have guessed they would want the Articuno back in the deck. Another Calyrex comes down. They got 2, 3 set up now. But once again, no big threat coming in this turn. We're going to be able to just like chill for a turn. I don't know if I even want to attach the energy, to be honest. I think I don't. Now I kind of do. Fighting Burmy is really bad up against, or fighting WormaDAMAGE is really bad because they do have that fighting resistance. I probably should attach though, to be honest. Okay, it's not that big of a deal. I don't love the idea of it, but it's probably correct. Just go and throw it down. Another Burmy. Would love to set up another B-Barrel. Or start working towards it, but not happening today. Not happening this turn. Gonna have to just go ahead and hit for 140, which is not a lot, to be honest. We're not actually doing that much damage right now. Just 140. No other Zorak coming up as well. I could have I wouldn't have done that much more damage though, would I have? 180. Would have done 40 more damage, but then I would have to put another energy to the active, which I definitely don't want to do, I don't think. Yeah. Not a whole ton of value to be gained by doing that instead. By attacking with the Golisopod. I did forget about it, though. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even like contemplate it for a second there. I just kind of was like, well, I guess we're just doing the good old night days again. And I mean, that was fine, I guess. Okay, double VMAX is hitting the board. The switch out to the fresh Calyrex. To be honest, I'm not feeling that confident. I'm not feeling that confident. I think we're in a good spot, but I'm not feeling that confident. How many energy are we down? We're down 1 energy and we've drawn 1 prize card, but we probably have to go through 2 VMAXs to close this one out. Probably looking at 2-hit KO and 2 VMAXs to close this one out from here. We could get a 1-hit KO towards the end of the game. Nah, that's probably not happening. It's really hard to get a 1-hit KO with the WormaDAMAGE on the VMAXs. V-Stars, usually we can take some kind of type advantage. I guess we can get 1-hit KOs on like the Ice Rider because we play the Metal WormaDAMAGE, but that's kind of different. It's not something we expect to do. It's something that just kind of happens sometimes. My opponent got anything else? Okay, there's a boss. So not KOing my Zoroark. But if they go after, oh no, if they go after my B-Barrel, that's actually pretty bad. Yeah, I could make my Zoroark a B-Barrel. We'll see what our top deck is. I'm going to set up the Manaphy. Yeah, because we could make the Zoroark a B-Barrel. We would lose an energy in play, but when they're not attacking to take an energy out of play, I'm kind of fine with that. And actually, my opponent, that's got to be a mistake there. Benches the Crobat. So now we just have to 2-hit KO a VMAX. And then KO the Crobat. So we don't even have to draw any prize cards until we see bosses, to be honest. But we might just start swinging anyways. We probably will just start swinging anyways, to be honest. But we don't have to. Definitely don't have to. But yeah, the Zoroark I might make into a B-Barrel. We'll see what our top deck is. If our top deck's like a Research or something, probably leave it as a Zoroark and just hit for 140 again. But if it is not a very good top deck, I mean, an Ultra Ball would also be pretty... well, the fact that it could be an Ultra Ball, though, makes me want to... Maybe I just send up the Zoroark, and if I make it a B-Barrel, then I just Air Balloon and retreat it. Okay, so we're just going to send up the Zoroark, and then if not, we just attack with Zoroark. Yeah, we could just send up Zoroark, because if we top deck like an Ultra Ball, we could Ultra Ball away the WormaDAMAGE, and plus the Air Balloon, just get another Bidoof to make this B-Barrel into, or that Bidoof into a B-Barrel, and we just be kind of fine with that. Max Geist, 220. Okay, goodbye, B-Barrel. Like I said, we're going to send up Zork. Another Zork. So I feel like we have to make this a B-barrel. It's actually getting pretty close. I'm kind of... We need some cards. It's like getting scary. So we got that. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some stuff down. We're gonna be attacking with WormaDAMAGE, I guess. Fighting resistance and all. Patch here, air balloon active. Let's see what these incisors can find us. Hopefully something better than what we got. Not a huge upgrade, but it is an upgrade. Ball a Zorak away. I don't think we have any WormaDAMAGE in the discard pile. Just check what's going on in the deck though. One metal, one fighting, but the fighting one's just not that good. No, we do have a metal in the discard pile. Okay. It makes it really hard to actually want to grab or to bench this Burmy. I definitely don't have to bench it yet, to be honest. But I might want to make it the metal one with a choice belt, to be honest. In fact, I should probably just throw the choice belt here and swing a little bit harder. Yeah, only 100 damage. The resistance really holding us back here. But we're just a couple swings away from it being able to close this one out, to be honest. We just need a swing. I mean, we need a swing 3 more times. We need 3 more times. The swings get bigger and bigger every swing. I think we'll be okay. Just need to keep setting up our WormaDAMs. Keep swinging. Make sure we have enough energy as well. I don't want to run out of energy at any point. That is something that could happen. Like a boss KO here on the Crobat with the fighting WormaDAM would be a great time to do that right now, to be honest. So if we can get the boss plus fighting WormaDAM play, that'd be really nice, to be honest. So we might look for that. If we can find ourselves the boss and the fighting WormaDAM, that's definitely the play. We have 2 Ultra Ball left, 1 of the Evolution Incense. Okay, so it would be pretty good. The hardest part is going to be finding, of course, we already have the energy in place. The hardest part would definitely be finding that boss, but all 3 are left. All of our researchers are left as well, so we could just go draw a bunch of cards this turn, and that would be fine as well. Actually, how many bosses my opponent have left? They are down 1 boss. So them being down 1 boss, we could just kind of leave maybe the Manaphy in the active and hope our opponent whiffs the boss themselves. They're only down 1. They usually play 2 to 3. So, I mean, there's a decent chance that they'll have it, especially with only 13 cards left in deck. But this is another play I can make if I really don't want to hit into a fresh Shadow Rider. But when I hit into this Shadow Rider, then they're all going to be damaged. All the ones that are in play are going to be damaged. So from there on out, we should be able to start taking KOs. So it wouldn't be terrible to just kind of punch a Shadow Rider on this next turn. But we'll see. Let's see what the turn gives us. Our top deck is B-Barrel. We already have plenty of that. All right, Industrious. Okay. Huh. Alright, so then we'll go with Zinnias here. Rid of both those. Draw some more. Okay, what's what I was talking about? We might not be able to get an attack off. We might not be able to get an attack. Alright, so we're gonna quick ball away. D-Barrel. Grab nothing. I'm gonna quick ball away the Meowth. I want to bench a Zorua. Check how many energy we have left. 1 twin. Oh no, we have 1 twin energy left. Bench Zorua. Incisors for 4. Okay, got some worms. I'm just gonna retreat to I'm gonna retreat to the Manaphy and pass here. To Manaphy and pass. End turn. We have 1 energy left in the deck. I could have gone to the Metal WormaDAMAGE and hit with that, but I want to try and hold out. Maybe if they don't have the boss. If they don't have boss here, and they KO our Manaphy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Go for the boss play next turn on the Crobat, and then we have another energy left to be able to close out the game on a Shadow Rider. And then from there, we should be able to close out the game, I feel like. From there, we should have this one basically locked up. But let's see if my opponent... Ooh, Underworld Door. They could actually get pretty cheesy here and go for the Shadow Mist. And to be honest, I don't know if my second air balloon is in the deck or not. And if it's not, we actually can't move the Manaphy and knock out the Shadow Rider. If it is, we are just fine. Actually, let me check how many boss are we down? 0. Okay, so we could research just fine next turn. But yeah, we might not be able to KO. It's possible that we get kind of stuck here. It is possible to get stuck here if we don't have another air balloon left. The other air balloon in the deck. So we're gonna have to go look and see if it's there or not. It's possible this prize alongside my last energy as well, if they go for that Shadow Mist play. But eventually they would KO the Manaphy. They can't sit there forever. That's one thing for sure. They couldn't sit here for literally ever and then just like trap them. Yeah, they can't trap the Manaphy forever unless they play like Yell Towel. If they play like, you know, 4 Yell Towel, they could actually probably deck me out with the Shadow Mist play. But they load it up on a VMAX, so they're not even putting it on the V here. They bench the V but don't even load it up. Questionable play from my opponent there for sure. Yeah, they put the V in play, had the chance for a cute play, doesn't go for it, just gets the KO on the Manaphy. Okay, so now we get to do the Crobat play, KO the Crobat, and now I feel like this is it. I think we got him for sure. I'm feeling good from here on out. Yeah, definitely feeling like we got this one locked up at this point. Bidoof to hand, Wormadam boss. I don't want to bench either of these, really. I don't mind the Zorua, but I think I'd still rather bench like a Meowth or something this turn. So we're just going to go ahead with the Incisors first. There's an Ultra Ball. That's better. Just make sure I can keep moving the hand along. Oh, I don't have a Meowth. Well, I guess we're going with the Zorua then. I take it back. I take it back. We're going with the Zorua. We have a boss and a twin energy left, and the air balloon was in there, so we were always safe, to be honest. More Industrious Incisors for 3. Got the balloon, got the energy. Currently missing the boss, but can see a ton of cards next turn. And then, yeah, 340 from the Anger from the Wormadam to KO the Crobat. And then next turn, we'll most likely have the boss KO. There's the boss to the hand, so we should have this one just about wrapped up. Our opponent could Marnie us, but, you know, we only have 9 cards left in our deck, and we have double B-Barrel set up. We could even set up a third B-Barrel, because we have them in the discard pile, and we have 2 Zorks in the deck. So we could set up quad B-Barrel next turn. We could literally B-Barrel 4 times if we really wanted to. It is possible. So we should definitely be able to draw into boss and energy next turn. I don't see a way where we ever whiff on this next turn. We're just going to boss up, knock out that Shadow Rider with 140 on it. Should be no problem for our Wormadam here. Or Zork. We could turn Zork into an attacker as well. But yeah, either way, no problem. Should easily be able to take this one on our following turn. The 4th VMAX makes its way into play for my opponent, but I don't think it's gonna matter. They didn't even load it up with energy. I don't know why. They've got 4 energy on the other 3. This poor Calyrex, man, gets no love here. There we go. Finally, my opponent getting some energy on that one. But yeah, that one gets no love apparently. So it gets 1 energy finally. Everyone else has 4. This Calyrex VMAX has to suffer with just the 1. There's the Marnie. Okay, the Marnie is happening. So this is their one way to maybe stop me, but I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. There's a Zork. All right, the hand, to be honest. Okay, hold up. The hand is not looking great. Yeah, the hand's not looking great. I don't even know if I have any Ultra Ball or Quick Ball left. 1 Ultra Ball, 1 Quick Ball. Okay. So those are the best top decks then. Our second Meowth is prized. I kind of regret discarding my Meowth when I did. I probably should have tried to keep it around, to be honest, to put on the bench. I'd much rather have that and play over a Zorua right now, for sure. Here comes the Max Geist. I guess we still have some time, though. We don't have to win this turn. My opponent does have 3 prize cards left. I was feeling kind of stressed out. I was like, oh no, we might lose this now. But we have like an extra turn to work with here. So we'll be okay, I think. Bidoof. I'm going to evolve to the Zork. I'll bench the Bidoof. I am going to try and win this turn. We'll draw 2 now. There's the boss. Oh. All right, I guess we are going to go with the research here. Definitely can't get a 1-hit KO of any kind. Or can we? 4 abilities in play. That's 200 for those. Yeah, we can't quite get the 1-hit KO. I think we just evolve to Zoroarks. I'm going to retreat to the Wormadam. We have everything for next turn now. I'll burn the Evolution Incense, I guess. Okay, we have everything for next turn. End turn. Okay, we didn't win this turn. I thought for sure we'd get it, but that bottom half of that deck was pretty clogged, to be honest. We had, what, 2 research, 3 Pokemon or something? It was pretty clogged. But now we got the Air Balloon. We got the Twin Energy. My opponent, all of their Calyrex are evolved, so I'm not afraid of the Shadow Mist. Otherwise, I would have been afraid of Shadow Mist, and to be honest, I don't know what I would have done. We'd have to, like, attach the energy, but then... Yeah, we had 20 Pokemon in here, so we'd have been doing 260 damage with the Choice Belt. So that's not quite enough. Actually, no, we could have got up to 280 with the Zoroarks. Boss from my opponent on the B barrel with the air balloon. So that means they're just knocking it out. They're not even going to try and trap it in the active. At first I was like, okay, try and trap something in the active here. But no, they're just swinging on my barrel here. 430 damage. But yeah, now we get to clean this one up finally. Yeah, I was worried for a second, but yeah, no 2 prizes in play. This is why we don't like putting 2 prizes in play. We like to fully take advantage of, you know, forcing our opponent to take 6 knockouts. Also why we play stuff like the Manaphy. And finally close this one out. This one took way longer. It was way closer than I thought it'd be. I thought we were gonna steamroll through this one after the start, but things got a little bit slow in the mid game, and they got a little bit awkward as well. But we're able to close it out eventually here against the Shadow Rider. Here we go. Actually, that hand would have been pretty good if there wasn't a mulligan, because 2 quick balls, getting those, I don't know, whatever we need, I guess. Usually B-doofs down is pretty good. This hand is actually really good as well. I'm actually gonna open the Meowth. It's okay. Maybe I should have held the Meowth. Nah, it doesn't work out really. We just don't have 2 things to like. We can't use Quick Ball and Ultra Ball here. Okay, we are up against Mew. I found this matchup to be close. Definitely close. Yeah, we can't use the Quick Ball and the Ultra Ball, unfortunately. So I can like Ultra Ball away the Research plus the top deck, and then Quick Ball away something we grab there. And we'll probably grab the I'll end up with the Zorua, but I'll probably grab the Golisopod or the other one. I forget the other one's name off the top of my head. It's there. What is it? I forget. Golisopod or the other one. The Flapple guy. Yeah, probably grab the Flapple guy, if not the Golisopod, because both those are super strong in this matchup. You know, plus 50 damage for each ability they have in play. Boom. Already got 150 damage on the board, or 50 damage times, and then 30 plus 50 for each V in play. We can actually one-hit KO. If they don't have the Oricorio in play, we can actually one-hit KO Mew VMAX with just 5 Vs in play. With the Oricorio, that's not going to be possible, because it's 30 plus 50 plus a choice belt. We could be doing 310, but with the Oricorio in play, it's not going to be possible. We could try and boss KO Oricorio. Another way we can kind of approach this game, similar to how we can actually play the matchup with Mad Party in this game, in this matchup, is you just boss 3 times. You just boss 3 Genesects. You sit there, you let your opponent draw, you know, 3 prize cards, and then you're just like boss, boss, boss. So if we have all the boss in the deck, or at least 2 of them, hopefully we get that thrown off the prize cards. We can approach it that way as well. And they are putting down 3 Genesects, so we can look to go that route. We can carry that with Zoroarks or WormaDAMAGE or whatever. The WormaDAMAGE take a little bit longer to charge up to that point, but a couple different routes to take in that taking the dub here in this matchup. We can also just like punch Mews. The problem with we can punch Mews while we set up for the boss play as well, and have kind of like multiple routes open to us. The Burmy is pretty good, actually. Like I was gonna be like, but not bad. And we can actually even Rose Tower for 2, to be honest. Yeah, we'll grab a Zorua. Check the boss count, of course. All 3 are there. Okay. Couple Zinnias, 2 double turbo, 3 tins. So all of our energy are here as well. What do we prize? Prize a Zoroark, 1 metal Wormadam, 2 Burmy. So prize a Burmy and a metal Wormadam. Fighting 1 as well. Okay. Grab the Zorua. Throw down Burms. Attach to Burms. Get down the doof. I'll Rose Tower here. The only thing that'd be bad to draw would be a boss or an energy. Thankfully did not draw either of those. The Fighting Wormadam, not great in this matchup. I don't love getting rid of a Wormadam in general, though. We could even use those to just chase Genesect, so it's not bad. Or anything like that. I almost want to keep the Meowth. The Meowth's actually pretty good to have around, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball, get rid of the Berserker. And a Zoroark, I think, because I have the other Ultra Ball in the hand. Get another Bidoof. And then I think I'm going to Air Balloon to a Burmy. Go Burmy. Doof. Loon. Treat. And end turn. Go over to my opponent, let's see what they got. Yeah, I think I like that. And then we can get out like double Bidoof and maybe just go into the Metal Wormadam and hit something. Just kind of punch. We can get the Burmy here, I think is fine. Already down to Wormadam as well. There might have been the second Fighting Wormadam in the deck. I think it was maybe prized though. For the Zoroarks, we know we prized a Zorua. The rest of it should be in there as well. So we need to get the pod. We could probably try to hit with the pod. If we're going to hit into the Mew next turn, we need to get the pod or the apple. We'd like to hit with that initially and give our time for our Wormadams to kind of build up their damage. So we'd like to hit with Zork through the pod or the WormaDAMAGE. There's the Mew VMAX. We can probably also take advantage of the Rose Tower as well next turn, which is another thing. I definitely value keeping the Meowth around. The Evolution Roar is just so good at clearing out the hand, letting us see more cards turn after turn after turn, or B-barrel to B-barrel is what I should say. Action to action. Yeah, Industrious Incisors to Industrious Incisors is really a big help to have the Meowth in play. We do want to heavily aim for that double B-barrel, so that's why we want to get that second Bidoof in play. Holding the Zork, I did like the idea of holding the Zork, but I think overall it's a little bit better. Here comes a Sparkle. Probably going to be to the Oricorio, actually, and they could even attack with the Oricorio, but they might just retreat and start attacking with Mew VMAX. But they could actually attack with Oricorio here. Not really a huge threat because everything on our board can kind of evolve, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal to take that hit, to be honest. Another attacker in this matchup that's really good is actually the Zork itself. It is Dark type. Night Daze does do 70 damage, so ideally you have to get a Twin Energy on here, but you can be hitting a Mew VMAX for 140 with a Choice Belt. You one-hit KO Mew V, or you can one-hit KO a Meloetta as well without a Choice Belt. So the Zork's actually like a pretty strong attacker in general in this matchup. I look at the Mew's going to be happening. They still haven't found themselves a 5th bench Pokemon. They've drawn a lot of cards. Do not find a 5th bench Pokemon. They maybe just have like an Ultra Ball and an awkward hand to Ultra Ball with. That is possible, but we can't one-hit KO this Mew, so we can't really like take the biggest advantage of that. But even then, just punching this Mew without them having a Mew V on the bench is pretty good, because that means they can't Psychic Leap into another Mew VMAX, which is like kind of the worst case scenario for us. Is for them to just kind of Psychic Leap chain from Mew VMAX to Mew VMAX. And, use the Elsa Sparkle to keep the energy in play, or use a DTE or something like that. As long as they're not able to do that, puts us in a pretty good spot. Actually, the Choice Belt, just for a tip for you guys, if you play Mew VMAX, the best place to put your Choice Belt in this matchup is actually on your Genesect, because if you do Psychic Leap this Mew, the Choice Belt goes back to the deck, but if you attach it to the Genesect, you don't play Air Balloon anyways, so it just gets to stay there. Unless you play Air Balloon, in which case, cut the Air Balloon, and then put your Choice Belts on your Genesect. Fix your list first. All right, B-Barrel, I will be able to use the Rose Tower here for 2. The Zorua top deck is okay. Let's see what the Rose Tower gets us. Appleton and double Turbo Energy. Huh. Well, I guess Industrious first. Okay, that was actually absurd. What a draw. Holy smokes. Boom, get rid of both those. Grab ourselves another B-Barrel. Grab ourselves another B-Barrel. Off to the Zork. And I'm going to go into... Actually, what am I going to go into here? 70 for each is 210. That's 190. This is 200, 180. So currently, the Appleton is more. But one thing that could happen with the Appleton, actually, is they could Psychic Leap away 2 special energy out of play and then not KO the Appleton. So that could be awkward. So I think I'm going to go with the Flapple here. It still basically sets up a 2 KO. So I think I'm fine with that. Yeah, it still basically sets up a 2 KO, but they can't like make it more awkward, because they could go like Boss My Zorua or this Burmy, Psychic Leap away, and then all of a sudden this Appleton is just kind of not doing... Ooh, double boss. Can't take the knockout on anything. I could have taken the knockout if I did the other one, to be honest. I did want to choose beforehand. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and just get a big hit on the active here. Oh, 160. Okay, that's quite a bit less than I thought, to be honest. Maybe I should have gone the other route. I forgot the -20 from Oricorio, I guess. Wait, 160. 1, 2, 3, 4, 200, -20. Am I missing something here? Each of your opponent's Pokemon in play that has an ability. So 200. How am I getting to 160? Someone in the freaking... How did I get to 160 there? Is that just a bug? How did I do 160 damage there? They have 4 abilities. That's 200, -20 from Oricorio, 180, right? Am I like losing my mind or something? What's going on? I don't think I'm wrong, but I feel like I have to be wrong here somehow. I don't know how, though. I don't know how. Let me know, comment section. What did I miss? What did I miss here if I missed something? I'm just gonna continue on. Maybe I did miss something. Oh, what is this little arrow? This act is okay. Yeah, it's still... The math checks out, I think. I think the math still checks out for me. Does it make me doing like minus 10 damage for each ability because I have... That's what it makes it seem like. I was short of 20 damage, and I would like the 20 damage back in a future game. If you could please, TPCI, please give me 20 damage. I don't care when. I was short of 20 damage in this game. If you could refund me the 20 damage in a future game on PTCGL, that would be great. I don't care when it is, what game, whatever. Just give me my 20 damage back, and I won't say anything else. That's it. Just give me my 20 damage at some point. I just want to be hitting, I just want to be randomly using a max miracle for 150 in the future or something. Or you'll hear words from my lawyer. So I'm curious to actually see if they actually go with the Psychic Leap here. They got the new Mew V down. If they Psychic Leap, though, they risk getting boss, their Mew getting boss, and putting themselves in a pretty awkward spot, to be honest. So I don't think I would recommend a Psychic Leap. I don't think I would recommend a Psychic Leap to my opponent, because the threat of boss is pretty high, pretty real. But they might go for it, to be honest. They might go for it. And we'll see. We'll see what they do go for. Now, if they do, no, just the Maxi Miracle. This is also, I'm also fine with it. It feels like there was no good play for my opponent here, to be honest. I feel like there was not a good play either way for my opponent here. So definitely a tough situation for them. Zork top deck is interesting. Interestingly good. Okay, so we can KO the active. And then we got a couple boss and a couple Genesects to chase down, I think, to close this one out. See how many Zork are left. Ooh. 0? Oh my gosh. One in hand. That means I did prize one. I have 2 Burmy, though. Or 2 Wormadam. Plenty of Burmy as well. Okay. Bench. Oh, maybe I don't want to go with Zork here, then. No, that's probably fine. Let's go ahead and let's get, I guess, Gliscopod. A little bit more sense. Hopefully Gliscopod's hitting for the right amount of damage. Hopefully no one else has been compromised. Industrious. Okay. Quick ball to Zorua for sure. Probably grab nothing. I'm gonna check all one more time. How many energy do I have left in the deck? 1, 2, 3. Okay, plenty of energy. Plenty of energy. Plenty of everything else, to be honest. Draw 3 more. Looking for the Wormadams. Okay, well, we might want to Evolution Roar next turn, so let's go ahead and get rid of these. We do have 3 boss, so we can kind of like whiff a turn almost, and then still come back around and be ahead in the prize exchange. And there's just the concede, and the pod was going to take the knockout. I was super confident at that point, to be honest. We were just like a Wormadam away from basically being able to see our whole deck on that final turn and really just closing it out. So pretty easy dub over the Mew there. And yeah, what was up with that damage? Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you like Wormadam, give the video a like, and be sure to subscribe and hit the bell if you enjoyed the content and want to see more from me. And as always, check out the live stream as well, twitch.tv/AzulGG. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.